What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Cam. Just chilling. Just a little bit of Augsburg Phoenix. One time for your holy mind and this man named Kurt Franklin. But this is the last part of my chaplain series for a while. This is part four, Chaplain Vibes, the heart of a chaplain. You know, so just want to talk about the end goal of being a clinical chaplain as far as like professional certifications, which would be board certification. What does board certification do? Basically, when you become board certified, you shift into being able to do chaplaincy research. Like, for example, with the Journal of Pastoral Counseling and Theology, right? They're a group who is dedicated to Journal of Pastoral Care and Counseling, actually. They are a group of people who are determined, right, to make chaplaincy, the best it can be, right? And so you can go to Sage Pub, check them out. jpcp.org also, you can check them out. And like I said, they do research. You can they have a podcast. It's called Spiritual Care Today. It's really good. They go into like just different ways to improve chaplaincy. For example, spiritual assessment tools. There's various types when you first meet a patient. There's various models that you can use. There's different counseling techniques. A lot of chaplains are getting counseling degrees or marriage family therapy licenses and stuff like that. Like it's becoming more and more common to integrate psychology and theology, right? So when I become board certified, basically there's a group called ACPE. It's the Association for uh, Certified or Clinical Pastoral Education, and they're kind of like the standard for professional chaplaincy. So what they do is they've come up with 36 core competencies, right, of chaplaincy that they feel like every clinical chaplain needs to be thoroughly acquainted with. So they want you to delve into psychology. They want you to delve into therapeutic practices. They're adamant about saying, we as chaplains are not therapists. However, with so many chaplains now getting professional counseling degrees and becoming social workers, licensed clinical social workers, uh, licensed marriage and family therapists, LPCs, that kind of thing. The lines are getting blurred. So, but these 32 competencies, you have to write essays on all of them, and then you have to submit to the ACPE website, what's called a verbatim. No, I think 2 verbatims. What those are written accounts of patient encounters that you've had, and within the past 2 years, and what they're looking for, especially is people outside of your faith tradition. So me being Christian, me being Lutheran, it would look good for me, and I'm a male. It would look good for me to talk to a patient, you know, like who's a female Muslim, but where there's a significant age difference, right, or something like that, or or even from the non-Abrahamic faiths, somebody outside of Judaism, Islam, or Christianity, someone from the faith, Hindu, I type faiths, right? So of course, I'm Christian. I'll always be Christian, but as a chaplain, I am part of my responsibility is to study the religion of my patient and uh, assist them in finding their local priest, local temple, local mosque, uh, so they can worship there. And of course, I'm praying with them, praying for them. But yeah, it's a pretty good gig, being a chaplain. It's fun. So with hospice, I would submit all that stuff to ACPE. Then they would yay or nay my stuff, and then if they yayed it, they would send me to a board. And then the board, a regional board, and it'd be a panel of people, and then they'd ask me questions. They'd run me through a mock scenario of a patient encounter, And then they make the decision. And then if I'm board certified, I pay like an annual membership. But again, the board certification, I lecture, travel, I research, I speak on chaplaincy and ways we can constantly improve it. Because the big thing with chaplaincy and justifying chaplaincy in a clinical setting is, how do you quantify spiritual care, right? How can we prove that we are healing wounds that can't be seen per se, or helping to heal wounds that can't be seen? And that's part of what we do. And that's why chaplains chart, you know, on clinical systems like electronic software systems, that hospitals use, Centris, home care, home base, WellStack and Solo, all these things. So yeah, so that'll be the next thing. I think the heart of a chaplain, at the heart of what we do is service. This is vocation. This is putting the needs of others before our own. This is, getting a call at 2 a.m. that someone has died and you getting up physically going versus just giving them a phone call. It's a sacrifice. And sometimes, especially in the hospital, it's going to weigh on people, but it's well worth it. So it's a great dynamic ministry. All right. So it's your boy Cam, AugsburgPhoenix, Wittenberg Project. And that's over and out.